Long before thunder roared through the stories of Norse gods and the hammer of Thor struck fear into giants, another deity was commanding storms and punishing evil in the lands to the southeast. His name was Perkons, the Latvian thunder god, a mighty figure of the sky, justice, and fertility. Though Perkons belongs to Baltic mythology, his story runs parallel to that of Norse gods like Thor, reflecting shared Indo-European roots and offering a fascinating glimpse into the ancient worldview that shaped Northern Europe's spiritual landscape. In Latvian folklore and pre-Christian tradition, Perkons, also spelled Perkons, stands as one of the most important and enduring deities. He is not only the bringer of rain and lightning, but also the enforcer of moral law, the protector of the earth, and the fertilizing force behind bountiful harvests. As the god of thunder, fire, sky, and oak trees, Perkons fills a similar mythic niche as Thor in Norse mythology or Perun in Slavic mythology. Perkons is typically portrayed as a bearded man riding across the sky in a chariot, drawn by fiery horses or bulls, wielding axes, clubs, or hammers that create thunder when hurled through the clouds. His tools, often iron or stone, are said to split the skies and drive out evil spirits, witches, or demons that threaten order and fertility. When thunder rolled across the Baltic skies, ancient peoples believed it was Perkons battling evil forces or punishing wrongdoers. One of Perkons' primary adversaries is Velns, the Latvian version of the devil or a chaotic trickster figure. The mythic conflict between Perkons and Velns mirrors that of Thor versus the Jötnar, giants, in Norse mythology, reinforcing the archetype of a thunder god who preserves divine and cosmic order by striking down forces of chaos and darkness. These battles are both spiritual and symbolic, often reflecting seasonal cycles, thunderstorms marking the end of winter and the arrival of fertile rains. Perkons also has deep fertility associations, much like Thor, whose hammer is used in marriage rites and agricultural blessings. Perkons' thunderstorms were welcomed in the spring and summer, bringing the life-giving rain needed to nourish crops and fields. Farmers offered prayers, songs, and rituals to Perkons to ensure a fruitful season. This dual aspect, destroyer of evil and giver of life, makes him one of the most complex deities in Baltic lore. A particularly sacred symbol tied to Perkons is the oak tree, which is often struck by lightning and revered across Indo-European cultures as a sacred tree of thunder gods. In Norse mythology, the oak was also sacred to Thor. This cross-cultural reverence reinforces the idea that Perkons and Thor are regional expressions of the same mythic archetype, the celestial enforcer of justice and guardian of the natural world. Another notable similarity is the sound of his weapon striking. Perkons' thunderbolts are described in Latvian folk songs and dainas, traditional poetic verses, as ringing like metal against metal, just as Mjolnir, Thor's hammer, crashes and returns to his hand. These linguistic and symbolic parallels suggest a shared mythic language across the Baltic, Norse, and Slavic regions. Perkons' influence extended beyond the spiritual into the cultural and societal. He was invoked during weddings, oaths, and seasonal festivals. His presence was especially significant during midsummer celebrations, such as Jani, Latvia's solstice festival. During these gatherings, people would sing songs to honor Perkons and ensure his blessings on their families and farms. His thunder was seen not as a fearsome omen, but as a cleansing force, driving away disease, misfortune, and spiritual impurity. Unlike many thunder gods who are depicted as impulsive or warlike, Perkons was also known for his sense of justice and order. His storms could be terrifying, but they were also seen as righteous, striking only the guilty or those who violated the harmony of nature. Stories of him punishing dishonest people or chasing evil spirits reflect a cultural belief in divine accountability, a principle shared with the Norse concept of word fate, and the cosmic balance maintained by gods like Odin and Tyr. Though Christianity eventually overtook the Baltic region, the memory of Perkons lived on in folk songs, customs, and oral tradition. Even today, modern Latvian pagan movements such as Dievturība honor Perkons as one of the central deities of their revived spiritual path. He is called upon for strength, cleansing, courage, and protection, often alongside Mother Earth, Zemamat, and other Baltic gods. Perkons' enduring myth reveals much about the spiritual framework of ancient Europeans. He is not merely a thunder god. He is a protector of balance, a bringer of justice, and a divine force rooted in nature's rhythms. His connection to similar figures like Thor, Perun, and even Zeus highlights how cultures evolve their stories around universal archetypes. Powerful, skybound beings who thunder from above and remind humanity of the forces greater than themselves. In the crashing storm and the flash of lightning, Perkons speaks. His voice, once feared and revered by Baltic tribes, still echoes in the sacred songs of the earth, and in the mythologies of the north, where thunder gods rise and fall with the roar of the sky.